Always, it's brilliant. I love this because every year it's 600 new faces, all young, all eager, and it's very, very important that we have. I think in England or in Britain we have such a creative flood of people. It's very important to encourage them to bring them through each and every year, and it's wonderful to see them every year because that means the music industry and the creative arts are thriving, and that's what we need.
And final question, what one piece of advice would you give to someone looking to go into the music industry?
It's an incredible, broad question, and I can stay in here for 2 hours to explain it. I think the important thing about the music industry is fun. You have to enjoy it. Don't come into it if you're going to treat it purely as a business. It's vocation as well as a business, but know what you're going to do. Don't say I'm a perfectionist and therefore I want to do this. No, it's about producing your creativity or recognizing and realizing your creativity. Know what branch of the music industry you're going to go into.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
I loved it. It was really engaging with the audience. I thought the kids were great. Had some good questions. Actually, no, they're not really kids. I shouldn't call them kids. The students. Lively debate. Good questions from Kwame. Yeah, it was fun. Really enjoyed it.
And would you have come when you were younger? Do you think it would have helped?
When I was younger, nothing like this existed, and I didn't live in London, but I think I would have definitely have come. And I think seeing anybody from any business talking about their experiences is very inspiring for young people. So yeah, I would definitely have come.
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. I used to come to this thing actually before I got into the music, or maybe around the time I was getting into the music industry. I used to go. I mean, it's just a place where you can sort of learn you just could basically get valuable information from the people who like currently working in the industry, and kind of tips and tricks and just general advice, and be pointed in the right direction. And stuff. So yeah, but in coming here, the people that you will see on the panels are all the people who are, at the top of their game in their various fields doing what they do. So it's like there's no better place, I think.
Thank you.
Is that it? Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
I'm Raleigh Ritchie. Hi.
Okay, so if we could just start with telling us what you spoke about today and how it went.
Today on the panel we're talking about creativity in music and the music industry, and how we use creativity to get into the business.
And how did it go?
It was really good. Yeah, it was fun. It was really interesting. It was really cool to hear the other panelists and hear different perspectives on this weird thing that we do.
And what have you made of the event as a whole? What do you think of the Ultimate Seminar?
It was really cool. It's really nice to see like everybody that had come down to watch the panel were really like taking notes and like really engaged and really focused, asking really good, interesting questions. Yeah, it was great.
And how important do you think events like this are for aspiring people who want to get into the music industry?
I think it's like I wish I'd come to something like this when I was starting out. I think it's really useful to hear from somebody to hear from people that are doing it already. There's stuff that I never got told when I signed my deal, and stuff that kind of became apparent later on. And I think if someone can tell you that stuff before you enter into it, then it's always good to be told about stuff. You know?
Cool. And how highly would you recommend this event to young people?
I'd very highly recommend this to young people. Yeah.
Cool, that's it.
Cool.
Perfect.
It went as well as it always does, which is brilliant, because the Ultimate Seminar always get the best guests, and ultimately that's what the people are here for. They're here to talk to people who have had success, who've navigated their way through the game and have learnt a lot from it in the process, and they're willing to share that knowledge. And these artists and these managers, these producers and these A&R people, they give up their time because of Kwame and because of the Ultimate Seminar and what it does, and every year it's packed.
And if you could give one piece of advice to someone trying to get into the music industry, what would it be?
Firstly, don't take any advice from me. Secondly, if you were silly enough to take some advice from me, do you know what? I think just be focused but cool. You know, I think just work hard, head down, and try and be the big I am, because that's not really the vibe. And really enjoy it. Like, do things that you enjoy. You know, just go. If you don't feel that buzz in your heart, that adrenaline, then don't do it. Just to go and do something else, because you have to feel that. You have to feel that. Don't do it because you want to be famous. Don't do it because you want money, as we heard on my panel that I hosted. Everyone said that. Do it because you love doing it. And all the most successful people I know, it's the love that is the biggest energy that powers them. It's not fame, it's not money, it's the love for it. And you have to remember that. However abstract that sounds, that's what you have to remember.
Thank you.
My name is Hattie Collins. I'm music editor at ID Magazine.
Okay, so if you can start, if you could just introduce what your seminar was about and how it went.
I was hosting a panel around the idea of. Sorry, let me start again.
That's right.
I was hosting a panel on management, music managers. So we had 7 people on the panel with typically brilliant. Like this for me when I was growing up. I think if you're either an artist or a person that wants to get into the music industry and you don't attend the Ultimate Seminar, you're in the wrong game. Like, there's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't come to an event like this. It is, to me, the key event of the year, because I'm not just saying that because I like Kwame. You have the access, and first of all you have the knowledge of all these industry professionals, from management, from A&R, from label heads, from the artists themselves, who are dropping all this incredible knowledge for free on you, and then at the end of the seminar you have access to these people. So if you're a singer, you can hand over your SoundCloud link or your demo if you have one. If you're wanting to get into the industry, you want to be a music journalist, you can chat to people like me and ask about doing work experience or submitting pieces for print. So I just don't understand why, if you want to get into the music industry, you would not be at Ultimate Seminar each and every year, because it's just one of the best places to learn about the music industry and meet people from the music industry.
How impressed are you with the variety of people here? You know, from all different sides of the industry.
It's interesting because I always because the seminar started as the Urban Seminar, so I always get surprised when I've got like sort of the Staves here earlier, which is like a 3-piece. I don't even know what music they make. I'm presuming they're rock. 3-piece girl band who are amazing. So you've got everybody from, like, you have poets, you might have singers, you might have rappers that fall under the MC bracket, or UK hip hop. You've got all types of people from all different areas of the music industry, from management to A&R to journalism. It's so wide-reaching. So whatever it is, whatever music you make, whatever area of the industry you want to get into, the chances are extremely high that there'll be at least one person, if not 10 or 20 people, that will be on a panel or hosting a panel that will have advice and information for you.
Finally, how highly would you recommend this for young people looking to get into the industry?
I would recommend this 10 out of 10, 100%. It's an incredibly useful tool. It's a fantastic setup. If you want to get into the music industry and you're not at the Ultimate Seminar, you need to leave the music industry, because if you're not here, then what? Where are you? What are you doing?
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's brilliant.
My pleasure.
Just grab that from you.
Insightful, amazing, because I learned that obviously other people go through the same thing. And it was good to impart, you know, and let loose the things that I had been through, and for people to respond to it and be like, you know what, it's great to know that I'm not alone in this game. And, you know, it was cool, and it was a pleasure being up on the panel as well and being asked to do it. So
How did you find that?
How did I find it? I was bricking it at first because I actually didn't know what to expect. Like, everyone just looking at me, and I never had a keyboard in front of me. And then that bit where everyone said, "Oh, it's time to sing." So I was like, "Oh, okay, let's see now. Please don't ask me to sing," especially after JP. I was like, and you know what I mean? It's gonna go downhill. So no, but I thought it was great, man. I can't.
Would you recommend people that want to get into the music industry to come?
Yes, I would. It's insightful. You get to know things. You get to know how to advise where to go for stuff like lawyers and producers. You can network. You get to know what people go through, positive things, what not to do, like sign production contracts and sign your life away. Yes, it's a plus, so you should.
Perfect. All good.
Wow, big question. How has the 2015 Ultimate Seminar been? The speakers have been amazing, been really, really good. I really, probably more than any other year, felt completely prepared. And it's kind of weird. I think the reason I felt more prepared was because me, Andrea and Nikki had probably done so much arguing before that I knew that we had literally exhausted every avenue. So the level and intensity of work that went into this year's was absolutely nuts. Yeah, really was. It was absolutely nuts. So in a way, I'm not surprised. In a way, the level where it's gone now as an event is staggering. The queues around the block have been mad. And just, you know, chokes you up a bit. It's been emotion. Tres emotion. You know. I think one of the best panels has been. I love Nihal's panels always. So whenever he's involved in a panel, I love watching him. So I think I think he's such a good moderator. I love watching Hattie Collins as well. It's kind of weird. I'm a fan of moderators, so I love watching Hattie Collins. I just think she's just like. The stuff she gets out of people without them even realising that they're talking, I think is quite something. So those panels, definitely. There's been loads of highlights, I think, already today. I think seeing Fraser T. Smith, who's come literally off a plane from Los Angeles, landed at Heathrow and came straight here, kind of gives you, you know, this is a guy who co-wrote Set Fire to the Rain with Adele, is sat downstairs giving this advice to a packed room. So you kind of sit there and go, wow. So stuff like that, it's been amazing. And I love doing the management panel because the one thread that you could see all the way through was just the passion. You realised that actually managers, I think a lot of the time managers, you're kind of like, what am I doing? Is it just me thinking this? And when you sat on a panel with people like Dumi and Mark, you know, and just, you know, Johnny Pinchard, and you just think to yourself, actually, this is the right set of people actually that I'm here involved amongst. So I think that's quite something. I loved the first panel. Knowing your business, and just because it kicked off, And you know, people were kind of like, Obi was just, I mean, he just laid it out there. He was just like, listen, I just think this. And you felt the freeze in the room happen because he was just saying what he felt, you know. And again, we've always wanted seminars to be that. We've always wanted seminars to be, you know, informative, but like really, really honest and entertaining and that panel was exactly that. You know, it was emotional and it was people were just saying what they felt about the current state of the industry, which is scary because people are kind of like, actually, we don't know which way things are going, but we do know that, you know, as a path, you've got to look at every possible avenue going forward. So, yeah, you know, it's good.
Perfect. Brilliant. Thank you.
It is my first time at the Ultimate Seminar. I think it's incredible. I flew from Toronto to be here because my dad found it online a few weeks ago, and it's just amazing. The panelists are incredible. All the information's great. So I'm really happy I came.
And what thing have you learned here? Have you learned anything different that you didn't think about before?
One thing that I've learned here, I don't know, it's really interesting actually, the differences between the UK and Canada, because I've attended a few conferences in the US and this is my first one outside of the US. So the differences in terms of the streaming and the radio is really interesting, and I don't know, I really like that.
Yes, it is my first time and I'm so glad I came. All of my friends were meant to come, they didn't come, and I feel sorry for them because they've just missed out on so much amazing, amazing advice.
Amazing. I was here last year as well, and I hope that there's many more years to come because you never know who you'll meet. It's as much about the panelists as it is also about the other seminarists in the room, and it's never short of interesting people. So definitely recommend it.
And has there been anything that's really interested you today or made you think?
Yeah, I think for me it was the personal stories that are behind some of the hit songs, some of the successes, but also some of the failures. And I just think it's invaluable to know what kind of people are behind the music that we love. So I think just hearing about these things on a very personal level, that was very valuable.
And is there any piece of advice that you've heard today that's really like stuck with you?
There's a lot of advice that'll stick with me, but if I'd have to choose one particular thing that was said, then I do think in terms of perseverance that if you have to believe in what you're doing. I know it sounds very obvious from a sort of outside standpoint, but if you really internalize what you're doing and you really believe in it, then things have to fall into place. That's just almost a law. So I just feel very motivated from today.
I found it very insightful. I found it I attend a lot of events, and it's often the same topics, but when you spend a whole day here and they touch so many different subjects, it's almost impossible not to walk away with some new knowledge or inspiration.
And is there one piece of advice that really stuck with you?
I don't know. I like the Kwame's Damon Dash quote. If you got a lawyer, make sure you have another lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was inspired by Cody, who is an independent to a deal. I didn't think that I was ready, and I think that's a very important thing as an artist, not to jump into anything just for the sake of it, but actually knowing what you're worth.
My name's Cherry, and I'm an aspiring entertainment lawyer.
I'm Natasha, and I want to be a music journalist.
Cool, and was this your first time at the seminar?
Yeah, it was my first time.
Yes, I feel really bad that it was, because I've had the opportunity to come before, so now I'm in the third year, and it was the final chance I thought I should probably do.
And did you feel like you learned a lot from it?
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely. Like a lot of it was obviously the music industry, but I'm so interested in it anyway, so it's just eye-opening to like hear from so many different people who've like experienced it all.
Did you have any friends that were supposed to come and didn't?
Yes. Yeah, didn't wake up, my alarm didn't go off, this, that and the other, but yeah, they've definitely missed out on this one.
I feel like they've missed out
Oh
on
my
quite a lot.
god,
Oh, yeah.
so much.
And do you have any favourite panel or person of the day?
I think they were all very informative and had definitely had different strengths. Even though I want to go into law, there's still I still have doubts in my mind if that's like the number one thing I want to do. So hearing from people all through the music industry was definitely a good thing for me.
I don't know, I was just majorly starstruck when Fraser T. Smith came out. I was just
incredible.
It was amazing. The whole thing was amazing.
Perfect. Can I throw in one? How highly would you recommend this to other aspiring people?
I would
like 1,000,000%.
Yeah, I've learned so much. Like, it was really cool to hear about like musicians' perspectives on like small up and coming blogs, because I want to go into like music journalism. So it was just so useful. I would definitely recommend it.
One more. How would you sum it up in one sentence, starting with the ultimate seminar is?
The ultimate seminar is
the place to be if you're in the music industry.
One word.
Wasn't it one sentence?
One sentence.
Oh, we can do one sentence? Yeah.
You can have a whole sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ultimate seminar is definitely something that you shouldn't miss out on.
Really amazing, and all the information that it gives, it's just
super inspiring.
Definitely.
Definitely. A lot of influential people here. It's a phenomenal experience.
Very insightful.
Would you recommend it to your friends that are into music and want to be in the music industry?
Of course, why not? It's free.
100%. It's a lot of information that you might not necessarily attain, like just doing music by yourself or even in the outside world. This is a place where there's loads of angles of the music industry, and it's very informative, so definitely.
Do you have a favourite panel or person that spoke?
I think the first and second panel, but I think the first panel, because of how I was talking about the difference between digital and buying an actual CD, the percentages and stuff. I really loved how they explained that. The whole thing of 15% of purchasing is now down from streaming and stuff, which is quite mad, really.
And could you sum up the day in a sentence?
Really inspiring and wicked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mad thing.
Motivational, very insightful, and a place that you need to be if you want to gain success.
Do you know everyone's names here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, yeah, I'm Super Joshi from Buy My Tunes, producer / manager and label exec.
Cool, and you don't look down the camera, look at Tali.
Do it again.
That bit's fine for that.
It's actually easier for me as well. Right, so start again.
That bit's cool, we just didn't need it for your name, but yeah.
All right.
Okay, so how have you found the ultimate seminar?
It's been fascinating. I have to say there are lots of different kind of people talking about all kind of aspects of the music industry, so it's very broad as well at the same time, which is handy.
Have you ever been before, or is
No.
this the first time?
No, I haven't.
And would you recommend it to friends or people that want to come into the music industry?
Yeah, I mean, I came here because it was recommended to me, so yeah, I'd do the same.
And do you have a specific person that was a favourite out of the panels?
No, because I think the panels discuss such different things. It would be like comparing apples and oranges. Although there's one thing that Distortion said, which I suppose sums it up, is that you need to know about the whole industry and about how it all works. And I think in the first panel, someone mentioned that as well, about knowing the different nuts and bolts of how it all worked before kind of entering. So yeah, from that point of view, I think you actually kind of have to stay for the whole day to really get the full benefit out of it.
And how did you find out about the ultimate seminar?
From a friend actually who'd been before and said, you need to go to this. So all right then, I'll go.
Hello, my name's Nadine Wild Palmer, and I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm making my own album and stuff at the moment. So
how? Yeah, of course. How has the ultimate seminar been for you?
It's probably going to sound like a cliche, but really inspiring. I feel really motivated. I feel like I belong to a community again, because I'm a member of the Musicians Union as well. But there's something about Ultimate Seminar that really illuminates people's plights and shows you how the struggle, even though it's difficult, it shows the hope behind it. So it's been really like reassuring, actually.
And did you have any friends that were supposed to come with you and didn't?
I did recommend it to people, actually, but what's been lovely is like I became professional like about a year ago, and I turned up, and all the people that have been on my journey this year were like dotted around the room and were like, oh my God! And it kind of feels like you're in the right place when you see the people that are also going on the same trajectory. So yeah, but not specifically so.
And how did you find out about the Ultimate Seminar?
Friends, yeah, it was a producer that I'm working with called LJ Looper, and he was like, "You gotta come to this," and I was like, "I'm there." So yeah, yeah.
Was there one piece of advice that stuck with you, or a person that you just thought was outstanding?
I mean, it would be really hard to select one individual, but I think one of the most beautiful things about the whole situation is everyone coming back to being human. So although you might have been listening to someone and thinking, oh my God, they're a massive star, or you've got someone, I mean, there's so many names, I can't even spill one out right now, but just being in the same room as the talent that you're aspiring to is really motivating, and it's quite humbling as well, because these people are giving their time and you're giving yours, so it's kind of a reciprocation happening, and that's diamond.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Right.
Hello, hi. I'm Makeda, and I'm a singer-songwriter.
So, how did you find out about the Ultimate Seminar?
From friends, when they would come up online on Facebook, oh, you should go to this, you should go to this. I didn't for like, oh, what is this, for like 2-3 years, and then I went to one a couple of years ago, and it was really good.
So this is your second?
This is my second time, yeah.
And how's it been?
I mean, they're always good. This one, I felt like, wow, wherever I am in my life, whatever they were saying was for me. So you don't get this anywhere else. It's been 3 years since the last one I went to, and this is an exceptional place to be, yeah, for sure.
Did you have anyone specific in the panel that you loved, or a piece of advice?
I liked everything, because it's all so important for me coming up, needing to know about every area. I like the fact that it's about the industry as a whole. It was nice to meet the artists, because you feel a connection in the journey. So I thought like Tom Pryor had a lot to say that spoke to me, because I think it's really important to be very humble. Jody Abacus as well, because I really like the music. And yeah, I think everybody had an important part to play. There were loads of gems given, so yeah, I'm happy.
And would you recommend it to your friends who want to become?
Always. Definitely, I think it's a really good place to be, and it doesn't exist, there's nothing like this available anywhere else for free, for anything, so yeah, it's top.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. My name is Nina, with a Y, and I'm a singer-songwriter, producer and pianist.
Fantastic. And what brought you to the Ultimate Seminar today?
The knowledge, and the panel, yeah, and what they had to share. I was here last year and I was completely blown away, and today I was blown away as well, and it's been amazing. It's like the knowledge and the realness, like you literally hear everything from the horse's mouth. So yeah.
Fantastic. And was there a particular panel or a particular person that you enjoyed?
It was, to be honest, all of them were great. I think the last one, because of the performances, it was just great, because I lifted the energy. It was just amazing. But to be honest, all the panels, they were like so inspiring, and it just kind of confirms, yes, this is it. This is why we're here for, and it's amazing. So yeah.
And would you recommend this to other young people
Absolutely.
or people, and why?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, number one, it does bring that. Sometimes when you, as artists or musicians in general, whoever, we get the lows, we kind of hit some lows, and places like this and events like this, they kind of pick you back up, and you're like, yes, this is the reason why I'm doing this. So you get inspired again. And again, it helps because you get tangible advice from what's happening now in the industry. And these people that come here, they shared their knowledge, which is priceless. Like, you don't get that from an article or magazine online. It's like you need to be here to kind of see it and sort of, really absorb what's happening and what they're saying. So, yeah.
And this one might think a little bit. How would you sum up today's event in one sentence?
energetic, like, but yeah, that's one sentence and one, I thought you meant one word.
No.
Okay, one sentence, worth it. It's just worth it, so worth it. So yeah, that's it.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.